Everyone agrees that eating nuts is good for you and a great addition to your daily diet. They have a lot of fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, and unsaturated fats. Research shows that eating various nuts is good for you unless you have a reason to avoid them, like a food allergy. In general, all nuts are good sources of healthy monounsaturated fats, protein, fiber, and many different vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Covering nuts with chocolate, sugar, or salt may nullify their heart-healthy effects. However, there are a select few that you should avoid at all costs, as they pose a real threat. Let's find out everything we can about nuts through study. Number 7. Brazil nuts. These nuts are suitable for your thyroid health, boost your immune system, lower inflammation, and improve your cholesterol levels. Brazil nuts are rich in selenium, which is good for your thyroid and immune system. One thing to remember is that Brazil nuts have about 175% of the daily recommended amount of selenium, so it would help if you didn't eat too many of them at once. The most Brazil nuts you should eat in a day are 3. If you eat more than 400 micrograms of selenium daily, you could get selenium poisoning. Number 6. Acorns. When acorns turn brown, you can eat them. They are full of good things like proteins, healthy fats, and vitamins and minerals like vitamin C, calcium, and phosphorus. They have many practical uses and have been shown to help keep blood sugar levels even. Acorns are easy to find and gather and can last for years if dried and stored correctly. Number 5. Macadamia nuts. Macadamia nut is mainly made up of monounsaturated fat, which is good for your heart. This type of fat also makes you feel fuller for longer. Add to that the macadamia's high levels of anti-cancer flavonoids and tocotrienols, and you have a nut with a lot going for it. Number 4. Hazelnuts. Growing hazelnuts successfully demonstrates sustainable farming practices. They thrive in poor conditions when other plants perish and require little water or attention. They can handle drought and severe weather, produce a lot of food per plant, and help keep the soil from washing away. They also have extensive root systems and take a lot of carbon out of the air. Although you may already have a preferred consumption procedure, you should give Beachbody On Demand's dairy-free dark chocolate and hazelnut spread and Texanarin's chocolate hazelnut fudge a shot. Being eco-friendly has never tasted so wonderful. Number 3. Walnut. Research found that this brain-shaped nut is a great way to lower bad LDL cholesterol and triglycerides and keep your blood vessels healthy. It contains healthy polyunsaturated fatty acids and anti-inflammatory alpha-linolenic and linoleic acids. Manganese is beneficial for bone health and is required to create collagen and heal wounds. Serving roughly 14 walnut halves provides almost half the daily amount. Number 2. Pistachios. Pistachios have 160 calories per serving, but that serving is a whopping 49 nuts. Not only does that make your snacking money go further, but shelling pistachios slows you down and makes you more aware of how full you are, so you don't fall into the trap of mindless snacking. Number 1. Chestnuts. Roasting chestnuts gets rid of their raw, bitter taste. Just don't eat them raw because their tannic acid can make you sick and make it hard for your stomach to work. Chestnuts are different from other nuts because they have a lot of vitamin C. They also have a lot of fiber and don't have gluten, which makes them a healthy choice for people with celiac disease. What should you not eat? Number 7. Cashews. Research said that cashews grow inside of shells on the ends of pear-shaped drupes called cashew apples. The nut is inside a hard shell that, when raw, has the same poisonous chemical as poison ivy, urushiol. If you've ever gotten urushiol on your skin, you know it causes a painful rash with blisters. This is what these workers go through every day. Research said that taking the shells off cashews takes a lot of work and is mostly done by hand. Many workers don't wear gloves because it slows down their work, and they get paid for the number of things they make. Also, many workers can't even afford gloves. Their skin is constantly burned and blistered by urushiol, which does permanent damage. Number 6. Betel nut. Research has shown that betel nut is terrible for your health. The WHO says that betel nut can cause cancer. Many studies have found a clear link between chewing betel nuts and mouth and esophagus cancer. According to a study published in the Journal of the American Dental Association, betel nut users are more likely to get oral submucous fibrosis. This disease, which can't be cured, can make the mouth stiff and stop the jaw from moving. When you chew betel nut often, it can also irritate your gums and lead to tooth decay. Teeth can get stained deep red or even black for good. Number 5. Pine nuts. Pine nuts are edible seeds that taste like butter and are often used in Greek and Italian dishes. They are full of omega-3 fatty acids that are good for the brain and heart. A consistent supply of energy also aids in maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. But do you know what pine mouth is? It's a temporary taste disturbance that makes you feel like your mouth tastes bitter or metallic after eating pine nuts. The abnormal condition, called dysgeusia or metallogenesis by doctors, doesn't show up until 1 to 3 days after eating the nuts. The worst part is that it can continue for weeks, making everything you put in your mouth taste terrible. Number 4. Horse chestnuts. Every part of the horse chestnut contains a poison that can make you throw up or, if you get enough of it, make you unable to move. You may have heard you can wash the poison out of horse chestnuts, but you shouldn't. If you're not sure, don't eat them. If you find nuts on the ground, they are probably horse chestnuts poisonous to both people and animals. Number 3. Bitter almonds. A chemical called amygdalin is what makes these wild almonds bitter and dangerous. Interestingly, the nuts are legal in Europe and are used in sweets like German Christmas Stollen, fruitcakes, and marzipan paste. Healfline says that boiling, roasting, or microwaving bitter almonds may reduce the number of toxins in them and make them safer to eat. Number 2. Peanuts. Aflatoxins have also been linked to peanuts. Peanuts aren't the only food that can be contaminated, though. Corn is also and is especially at risk. Fungi make aflatoxins, and crops can be tainted at any time, from growing in the field to being stored after being processed. Since they have been linked to a higher risk of liver cancer, it is essential not to eat any peanuts that look moldy or dirty. The trouble is lower if you only buy peanuts from large, well-known commercial companies, but you should still be very careful if you can't give them up. Number 1. Almonds. California is the only state in the U.S. that grows almonds for sale, and they don't just sell them in California. More than 80% of the almonds in the world come from California, and the business is worth billions of dollars. Drought is always a problem in California, too. You've heard horror stories about water shortages and wildfires. Now think about how each almond you eat took 1.1 gallons of water to grow. The growing almond industry has had a domino effect, even affecting salmon populations struggling because of low water levels. And that may not be worth the trouble. So there you have it in a nutshell, pardon the pun. Do you eat any of the nuts from the video, including the ones that you should not eat? If so, tell us in the comment section. And don't forget to click the like and the bell buttons, and please consider subscribing. We'll have another video for you soon. Take care until then.